is Misty. I'm here to talk to you today about cantaloupe and watermelon. They are chock full of tons of vitamins and minerals, mostly vitamin C, vitamin A. They have all sorts of other constituents in them that are cancer fighting, anything from lung cancer, colon cancer, anything like that. But with all the antioxidants, they're also very, very good for colds and flu, and any cleansing or anything like that that you might be working on. I'm going to teach you today how to pick both cantaloupe and watermelon if you have them growing in your garden. So let's start off with the cantaloupe. Basically what you would be looking for is a beautiful yellow color on the skin, like this guy right here. He is perfect. So when you have a cantaloupe, they have this part on the vine here that sucks right onto the top. It's like a suction cup. And what will happen is if this melon was not ripe, I would be able to pull on it and it would not come off the vine. So all of the ones that you see in the store that have a little bit of vine on them, they have been picked when they're not ripe yet. Because, as you'll see, this one will come off very easily. Normally, again, like I said, I would pick one that has a nice yellow color on it, and then I would be looking for perhaps even bees or wasps that are trying to get the nectar from the top of the cantaloupe, and then I look for it to just fall off the vine and slip off easily, just like this one. So this one would be perfect. It would be juicy, ripe, so sweet, and a lot of people who don't like cantaloupe find that they do if they actually get to try a vine-ripened cantaloupe, which is not normally what you find in the stores. So this would be a beautiful, healthy cantaloupe. This is what I would be looking for if I had a summer cold. I would be looking for something like this, and watermelon, which we'll go to next, which it would be really good for clearing the sinuses as well. So let's go and check out the watermelon now. Okay, I just wanted to show you that you can be self-sustaining with your watermelon. With cantaloupe, not as much. With the watermelon, yes. You can take the seeds and collect them from all of your watermelon. If you have a seeded variety, a lot of people have the seedless varieties, but we're a little bit traditional here, so we have the old-fashioned kind. So what I've already done here is take out a lot of the seeds, and then what you would just want to do is lay them out and dry them, and then store them in some kind of paper bag, preferably over the winter, and then you have them to use next year. Okay, so here we are with the watermelon, and I have an example here of both not ripe and ripe. So here we are with the unripe watermelon over here. What we're looking for, even though the size of this watermelon is substantial, what we're looking for when it is ripe is for these curls here to be all dried up. And this curl is not dry yet. This other watermelon that I have beside me, this one is smaller, but it is ready because these two curls that are here are all dried up and brown. So that's one sign that we look for to see that it's ripe. Another sign is on the skin for it to have sort of little almost blemishes or little scratches, little like a web almost lines on it, and which is not all the time, but it is one of the signs of ripeness. And then the other thing is on the bottom, a lot of times it will have a yellowish tinge, sometimes white, but often a yellow tinge on the bottom. That would show us that it's ready. So this one is different from the cantaloupe plant. It doesn't have that suction cup on top, which would release when it is ripe. This one will just snap off easily like that. Now again, this would not have snapped off so easily if it was not ripe. It would have been a struggle to get it off, and I don't know, some people would cut it off or something, but that would be a sign that it was not ripe. So there you are, picking cantaloupe and watermelon in your own garden. I'm just going to put this down because it's kind of heavy, but normally the soil that you need, as you can see, would be like a dark sandy loam, like what I have here, which is a beautiful soil. We are blessed here in this area where our soil was under Okanagan Lake thousands of years ago, so it's very mineral rich, so the fruit is very sweet and nice. Generally, melons don't like a clay soil, so it's a lot more difficult to have the melons in a clay kind of soil. They do require water, but not excessive water. They're not like a cabbage or something like that that likes a lot of water. The other thing about melons is they don't like frost. So they're not the kind of thing like peas or potatoes or anything like that that you can plant prior to the frost ending in the spring. And when the frost happens in the fall, that also is the indicator that it's the end of the melon season. Because then after that, the quality of the melon and also the growing of the melon ceases. So thank you very much for joining me today. I'm very happy to talk to you about this, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you very much.